weak or something. Hey, shut it off.
Right. I told them they don't know how strong I am. They speculate.
What's going on, you guys? So it's looking like the bridge between Bob Arum and Terrence Bud Crawford isn't going to be rebuilt anytime soon. Bob Arum is standing on the things that he said, and he's not taking anything back. Got the article link in the description. And this is what Bob had to say, and quote, "I don't give a shit. I don't care because of what the Crawford camp did was reprehensible. The lawyer sent a letter to us. Okay, that's fine. That's what lawyers do, but don't release it to the press. All of this should have been behind closed doors like what men do. I'm not going to talk shit. I'm just not going to do it because the truth is I've lost money on this guy." Now, the thing about losing money, are you losing money because of the deal or the draw? Because if I'm not mistaken, Crawford is probably one of his most viewed fighters on his stable. So is it because of the deal or is it because of the draw? Let me continue. Arum said he's upset because he believes that Brian McIntyre, Crawford's manager and trainer, leaked details of Crawford's contract, including that his agreement with Top Rank expires in October 2021, and that Arum had promised to pay Crawford $1 million if he didn't make an offer in 2020 to unified welterweight titleist Errol Spence Jr. to fight Crawford, in advance of Crawford's fourth round knockout of former titleist Kell Brook on November 14th at the conference center of the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, Nevada. So what we heard was true. Terrence Crawford was getting $1 million simply because Bob Arum wasn't able to deliver on the big fights. Arum said it has angered him so much he isn't even interested in promoting future fights with Crawford, one of boxing's elite pound-for-pound fighters. So Bob Arum, he clearly cares more about money than the sport. And I think that's the problem. Bob Arum is really in the way of boxing. If you go out of your way to bash one of the sport's best, one of the guys that you guys built up for years, imagine what he'll do to another fighter, right? It will be another hit on my net worth. I'm being serious. I turned down a whole project of Crawford over to Top Rank president and Arum's stepson, Todd DeBuff. I washed my hands of it. So Bob Arum said, you know what? I'm not dealing with Crawford and his team. I'm letting Todd DeBuff, his stepson and the president of Top Rank, handle him from here on out. So he don't want nothing to do with Terrence Crawford. Bob Arum is that pissed at Bud because, truth be told, Bob Arum got Bud the deal. You know, they promised Bud that they'll get him in the big fights, but they wasn't able to keep up their end of the bargain. So why are you really mad, Bob? You know, you got the best fighter in the world, they say, right? You can't promote this guy? You can't promote Terrence Crawford. A guy that brings excitement to the ring, a guy that stops a lot of his opponents, a guy that he may not be the most Floyd Mayweather-ish type guy outside the ring, but in that ring, I think he's something special. So yeah, he washed his hands of Bud. I'm too emotional about it. So Bob Arum is emotional right now. And he said there was this last key cuffle with Brook fight when he didn't sign a contract, so we couldn't promote on the Lomachenko Lopez telecast. I have long since departed working with Crawford. Wow. So he said Bud didn't sign that contract, and Bud did say on Akin Barak that he didn't sign that contract to fight Kell until that night. I'm not sure what the holdup was on that part, but whatever the case, that may also hinder some of the promotion for the fight. You know, maybe Crawford, maybe he's kind of trying to stick it to Top Rank in some type of way, but then he's really doing nothing but hurting himself. You know what I'm saying? Because now the public perception is that Crawford isn't some marketable fighter, and you know, it's just not looking good for Bud out in these streets, right? At issue, Arum said, was that after Top Rank and Crawford agreed to terms on the Brook fight, Crawford had the contract for 2 weeks but declined to sign the paperwork. Arum wanted it signed so they can launch the promotion in a major way during a Vasily Lomachenko Teofimo Lopez ESPN telecast on October 17th, which averaged a very strong 1.534 million viewers for the entire 5-hour, 47-minute broadcast, including an average of 2.729 million viewers for the main event. Crawford wound up signing the paperwork during the telecast, leading to only a brief mention of the upcoming fight. We kept telling them, sign the fucking contract, because what they were up to was to start promoting it, not have a signed contract and start renegotiation. The 88-year-old said, I wanted a signed contract. They had it for 2 weeks. If it was up to me, I couldn't handle it. Another Crawford fight. Quote. He had the quotes right here. Wow. So he couldn't handle another Crawford fight. I'm too old to handle this. I've taken it off my agenda. Whatever Ty wants to do. So basically, he's pretty much done with Bud Crawford. My thing is this, though. You say all these things about Bud, but what about the money you lost on Lomachenko? We all know you lost money on him. We all know you lost money on Tyson Fury. But you're not going to come out and publicly bash those guys. Why? You know? You come out and bash the guy who done nothing wrong, but prepare for fights, coming in at his best of his abilities, and he gets the job done. You know, or he needs to promote his fights like some of these other guys. Promote for what? That's your job. He's paying you to promote for him. So all he got to do is be prepared to fight. It's a big mess. Terrence Crawford definitely needs to leave Top Rank. I know he may have some good relationships with some of the other people there. I know how that is in the real world when you're working somewhere and you may have it in for the boss or they may have it in for you and y'all not getting along too well. But then you have a really good relationship with everybody else that works there. So it may be harder to leave than one may think. But I think at this point, if Crawford wants to continue his career and make the best out of it, he has to leave Top Rank. Point blank, period. If he can get the Pacquiao fight without Top Rank, good. If he can get over there and make it work, get out his contract early to go to PBC, good. He needs to do that. But yeah, man, Bob Arum is pretty much done with Terrence Crawford. Wow. Like, subscribe, hide your boy. Peace out.